Happy day 2 of Vogue Knitting Live. We're going to make it by the skin of our teeth. Today we're going to a grading class on the 7th floor. There have been too many nights in a row where I have not gotten my beautiful 8 hours of sleep, so I'm not surprised that I did not wake up early enough to do my homework. But it's not for this class, it's for the class at 2. So I hopefully will have enough time that I can sneak in between to get a little bit of homework done. So we will definitely see. I'm a huge fan of the hotel room that we're in. We've got a view of Times Square, and it'll be a good place to crash. Today's gonna be an absolutely packed day. The marketplace opens today. Also, there's gonna be a cocktail reception at night that we're gonna go to. So there's so much to get done and so much fun yarny things to experience. Let's hope this elevator doesn't make me late. It's not like me leaving 10 minutes before class. So what's gonna make me late is the elevator. It's the elevator's fault. Having the first class in the Columbia room seems just like good vibes. I have a piece of cake that I brought because I'm a food allergy girly, so I've got my little piece of cake in here, and I'm sprinting again to go and take my next lecture. I am very grateful to stay actually at the hotel because I can run up to my room and get snacks and food as a food allergy girly anytime that I need to.
Next up was a lecture on color choice and brioche. I did get a little bored, so I left early to go check out the new installations that they had just put up. There was a great mix of knit and crochet pieces that I found gorgeous. For every floor of the event, there were designs made by designers teaching and also guest designers at every single point. So for example, if you went up a floor on the escalator, this might be the exhibit that you would see. There were plenty of places throughout the various floors to sit, so you didn't have to get a hotel room for you to have a place to hang out between class. There were so many beautiful designs on display throughout the whole event that you could not help but be inspired. The last thing I did before heading off to my next class was check out the marketplace. It wasn't open yet, but I wanted to get a sneak peek. So there is this cafe with the balcony with the view to the runway and the marketplace, and I just knew that if I couldn't get a spot near the runway tomorrow, I would go up to the cafe. And now it's finally time to run over to my Fair Isle class. It'll be the first time I'm working with more than one color per row. But first, let's get coffee because I am not coordinated enough to do it without it.
We made it. We have run up to the room to get the milk for the coffee. We're late again, but this time I saved a spot on the second row, so it's going to be a little embarrassing to get to my spot. At least I will be caffeinated. I will not have an allergic reaction. Good outcomes.
Vogue Knitting may be going out of print, but they are fully embracing digital with their new Next Loop initiative. My impression of it was a knitting book in Netflix format. Anyway, there was no time for that because the marketplace had just opened, and if you wanted first dibs on any limited edition or special dye lots for Vogue Knitting Live, you had to be in that door as soon as they opened. My biggest regret was not buying something from Cape May Fibers the time that I was there because I promised myself I would go back and get some of the gorgeous mohair, and I just got overwhelmed and I couldn't find them again. For a big festival like this, where you're going to have access to some of the best and coolest fibers in the world, I think you really have to go in with a plan because it's so easy to get analysis paralysis. So I wish I'd made a list of projects that I want to make this year, what kind of fiber I want to do it with, and a few color ideas, and then how many grams I would need for each project, because then I would have a roadmap for what to get. But without a project in mind, I was floundering. There were tons of ways to win prizes as just a normal attendee through yarn tosses, these giveaways, and of course, I forgot to enter the next 2 days of the event. It's time for the cocktail reception. I do not want to be carrying things around like I have been all day, especially in, can you see these heels? These heels. So, we're going hands-free with phone and camera, and that's it.
Ready? The first word is sweater. Sweater.
We're so invested.
Sweater.
Who's got sweater? Anybody have sweater?
I have
an extra one. Play 2 cards. Yeah.
All in all, I had a pretty unlucky night at the cocktail reception because I got 4 in a row 3 times. and did not win a single time. If you do have the privilege of going to the cocktail reception, it's totally worth it. There are tons, and I mean tons, of really great prizes that they give out, and I had a fun time even though I didn't win anything. This was my haul for the end of day 2. Most of it was from the VIP and cocktail reception, with a few gifts in between. Thank you, Circulo. I can't wait to give them a try. Saturday started with a mad dash for caffeine because this is our Super Bowl, folks. The runways, the yarn tosses, they are all today. So our first class of the day was illusion knitting, where basically you hide an image or message in stripes of a project. So once you tilt it, you can actually reveal whatever image you have. In this class, we were given a few templates and then we could also design our own. I chose to do a little heart because it seemed the simplest.
Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, I hadn't seen the unicorn. Is the yarn sparkly?
The yarn has sparkles, yes.
Of course a unicorn needs to sparkle. So dreamy. I wonder how long it takes to do something like this.
On fingering weight, I would guess like 40 hours.
So cool.
Thank you so much, Shayna Billow, for teaching an amazing class, being patient with me, and showing all of these beautiful makes. The crochet runway happened at the same time as the class, so I had a friend take a seat and send some of her favorite looks. The crochet runway was so colorful and unique. I wish I could have seen it in person.
So once I dropped the things that were never going to get done, organized all my stuff, one of my favorite parts of knitting is choosing the yarn in the project, and that whole beginning part, I get like high off of that.
I know that growing up in a rural area was a big part of your creative journey.
My favorite part about the Circulo runway show was how it showcased crochet as an art that goes way beyond the granny square. We've seen crochet cover-ups, we've seen crochet in funky colors, but have you seen proper going out dresses made out of crochet? This was my first time. I'd heard that fringe was having a moment on runways, and I was kind of scared because I thought it would give cowgirl, but these outfits give flapper chic, and I am so here for fringe now. Of course, this runway show was not exclusively crochet, that happened in the morning, so the knit patterns that we saw and designs on the runway that I loved featured optical illusions and very interesting patterns, just like this one here in the middle. We even saw a wedding gown or 3 made out of crochet and Circulo yarn. I don't even want to know how long it takes to crochet a ball gown like that because I think they were using very thin yarn. All in all, the designs were gorgeous and did not disappoint. At this point, the runway area was so crowded that I needed a break, so it was time to go into the also crowded marketplace and peruse a little bit. One of my knitting friends is obsessed with knit collage, and I love seeing whatever new projects are on her needles. So I had to stop by, feel some of the yarn for myself, and see what it's all about. I'd seen these I would rather be knitting and crocheting hats over Instagram, so I knew it was gonna sell out quickly.
Knitting Live New York Show 2026. We're together to inspire young crafters, providing creative innovations to meet the needs of knits and crocheters in the US and Canada. I'm Rachel Rock from Empire. Andrea's work has helped redefine modern knitwear.
Yep.
She has a rare ability to create patterns that feel both aspirational and approachable.
Her and Spin Cycle did do the amazing centerpieces that Gabby pointed out earlier.
And look at that.
Back and forth Q&A. Then we have some more raffles for you. Woo. So let's go ahead. I'm going to invite Candace and Andrea up.
This is
drop shoulder pullover that I designed in collaboration with the Farmer's Daughter Fiber work in Ranch Romance. And spin cycle yarns dyed in the wool. It's the Rhinebeck sweater from year before last. It is knit from the top down with the color work yoke. That did not happen in 2020.
See, I'm not having a good coordinated day because I haven't had my coffee yet. But yeah, it's time. This is just milk. Finally time to get some espresso. We're at our break for our designing class that I'm having mixed thoughts about, let's just be honest. So I will leave you guys right down soon, but it's time for food.
Your mind will just spiral on one side, and it looks like.
Hi, Gabby!
Monday was checkout day, and it was bittersweet. I was exhausted, but I would have loved to have a little bit more time with the yarn. So of course, on the way out, we went to visit Cleo's yarn shop. I've seen them on Instagram. Driving from Midtown Manhattan all the way to Brooklyn was not easy, but we made it, and it was totally worth the trip. There's a really great variety of yarn and lots of little cozy corners to sit and craft. It quickly became time to go home if I wanted to get home before dark. So with a suitcase full of yarn and great memories, it was time to head back. Hopefully I'll see you at Vogue Knitting Live next year.